ask you all to please rise for the national anthem. Oh God of all creation, bless this our land and nation. Justice be our shield and defender. May we dwell in unity, peace and liberty. Plenty be found within our borders. You may have your seats, please. Okay, so we have a play reading by KITFT. And this play was written by one of, last year there was a playwriting competition, and it was one of them. There were 10 of them. So we'll read the first one, and these are our cast members. They'll start right now.
1, 2, 1, 2. Regality of Spades Flinted. Animals are scattered in the dam for the launch by King Lion. He roars as all animals bow down as a sign of respect as he delivers his speech.
Fellow jungle animals, we have worked tirelessly as a jungle to end the water problem permanently. The Queen has been very supportive. Thank you very much, my darling. The spirit of Ubuntu. This marks the end of scarcity of water in this jungle of Butua. Animals, the jungle belongs to you, so enjoy yourselves.
My friend, it is our time to eat and feast.
Yes, Your Majesty, the Queen. Let us feast and eat, for it's our time to eat.
You are Mr. Fix-It. Fix it.
They wear masks to hide their identity.
Animals of Botoa. Radical changes have been made by the authorities. Terms and conditions will apply.
Why?
Due to climatic changes.
Water is going to be very scarce. Each side is advised to tighten the rope. In 2, 3, 1. Pull.
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 Hapana, wametuzoea.
And how dare you talk to the authorities like that?
The king must be told about this.
Go slow, animals.
You attempt to tell the king? This jungle of Butua will be held to all of you.
They cannot intimidate us. Power belongs to us.
Wanaharibia King Gina.
We want to see the king. We want to see the king. We want to see the king.
We want to see the king.
Open this gate, Buffalo.
We demand to see the king.
Peter Jew.
We will bring it down if you do not cooperate.
This is not a market habitation where you make noises anyhow.
We know our rights.
We demand to see the king.
Yes,
we want to see the king.
Vandalizing a jungle property is not a right. It is illegal, illegitimate, criminal, and might land you to detention.
We want to see the king.
Yes, we want to see the king.
Shh! Silence! The king is having a siesta in his palatial den.
How can the king be at slumber while the judge is burning?
Buffalo, who are those blasting Larry at the palace? They might star the king.
Out of this gate, the queen has said the king is asleep and does not want any ruckus.
We
want to see the king. We want to see the king.
Your shenanigans will not make you see the king.
Go and tell the king we did not choose him to sleep while the jungle is at a jumble.
Yes.
Yes.
Open the gate, Buffalo. What are those hulabalus and litigants all about?
King, the jungle is burning.
Crocodile, bring water.
Exactly. Your noise will not stop the fire.
Animals, aki king ni mhandi, ona mandevu zake,
Naeza kuja nizishike.
Antelope, stop your jokes when we are addressing side subjects.
Your Majesty, the king. There is no water in the jungle. It is a basic commodity that keeps becoming scarce.
Yes! We are experiencing droughts. No food, and yet we have a dam to supply water to vegetation. Tunaumia, Aki.
And yet we contribute to the jungle coffers.
Have not bathed for so long.
Peleka usile kuinuko mbali.
Come on, monkey. Don't be too harsh on Antelope.
Mr. Giraffe, what do you mean we have no water when we have the best state-of-the-art dam?
And mind you, it was constructed 100 days after our coronation. Buffalo, might you be knowing the cause of lack of water in our jungle?
No, Your Majesty.
Jungle capture of the highest order has been done to that dam.
The dam has been grabbed by anonymous senior jungle officials for their benefits.
But the water is becoming scarce. King, do something at least a common mwana jungle can afford.
Parrot, say without fear of contradiction.
Well, it is said that the dam has been jungled by your administration.
Jungled?
It is unfair since there was no jungle participation.
And that is corruption of the highest order. Water is life.
We demand justice.
For that reason, appoint a jungle commission of inquiry to look into that matter immediately.
Yes.
All right. I have heard your claims. I, your king, a lion of his words, and am Chapakazi, allow me to introduce the chair of commission of inquiry. Our jungle justice, Honorable Hyena. Director of Public Prosecution, Major General Cheche. Run after justice prosecutors and bring them to prosecution, right? The chair of Jungle Anti-Corruption Commission, Professor Tiger. They can't sabotage our jungle. And finally, Her Majesty, my darling, the Queen.
Your Majesty the King, I and Mr. Elephant, Minister of Land, have decided to volunteer to be part of the Commission of Inquiry. I will be your eyes and ears.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They can't sabotage our jungle economy.
Long live the king and Her Majesty, the Queen.
Long live the king and Her Majesty the Queen.
Thank you for trusting me.
Receive our cacophony of congratulations, our jungle justice, Honorable Hyena.
Tough as nails, but humble as a dove.
Spare no insanity, our jungle justice, Honorable Hyena. Let our animals get justice, right?
Thank you, Your Majesty.
All are counting on you.
With this Commission of Inquiry, we shall bring the cartels to records. No animal should suffer because of lack of water.
Sanity of this jungle must be reinstated.
Insanity is a grievous matter in this jungle.
I will leave no stone unturned till facts are brought to table and perpetrators prosecuted.
A toad does not run in the day unless something is after it.
That is an insult, monkey.
As a Toad family, we feel insulted. We demand an apology.
We can't be intimidated with their careless sentiments.
Running at night does not mean we are night runners.
Sorry, Toad. You have taken me out of context.
Indeed you are, monkey. Indeed you are a wise monkey, as it said.
We express scintilla of joy in our hearts, Your Majesty the King. We believe to have a better tomorrow and to quench our thirst.
Na kazi iendelee!
Animals are zealous to know the state of things as they are since the king appointed a commission of inquiry to look into the matter of lack of water in the jungle. Director of Public Prosecution, Major General Cheche, and Prof. Tiger, Chair of Anti-Corruption Commission. Kindly tell the animals the state of their water problem.
Investigations are still going on as per now. I'm happy to tell you we are almost to the bottom of the matter. When the report is ready, it will be handed over to the Commission of Inquiry for further justice litigation.
As we go on record, kindly can you tell us the monster behind the lack of water in the jungle, the dam eater?
It is highly classified information. As per now, I won't go on record. But we assure all animals our claws are deeply rooted. And soon, we will give comprehensive information to the Commission.
Is it factual that the members of the Commission are widely involved in this matter? Is it the reason why the action is taking too long?
For how long should the animals wait for justice?
They are dying of starvation due to lack of water, which helps in their production of food. It is an economic sabotage, a capital offense.
Who are the perpetrators?
The dam eaters?
Please explain further.
One question at a time. No more questions. As I said early, I assure you freedom is coming tomorrow. Let's be tolerant for that tomorrow. We are working tirelessly, hand in hand, with our counterparts, the Anti-Corruption Commission, led by Professor Tiger.
Our claws are close to the shadows, our eyes and ears wide open. Those corrupted cartels that are making millions of animals lack water will be convicted and punished according to the law.
They can run and hide, but not as fast as us. Soon after completion of our investigation, we will name the perpetrators without fear or favor.
Reporters following him for more inquiries as he exits.
As time tick-tock, it was minutes, hours, days, and now months. There has been no solution yet since the king appointed a commission of inquiry to look into the water problem. Drought, hunger, starvation, and high cost of living has been a thorn in the flesh of these animals. But there seems to be the light at the end of the tunnel. The questions still remain. Will the animals get justice? Keep streaming on our channel, Wanyama TV, Chembe Chembe ya Ukweli. I have been your presenter, Zebra.
I demand to see the progress of investigation.
We have dug deep. The scandal looks interesting.
And links show you and Mheshimiwa Elephant are the main beneficiary of water.
That list is going nowhere. Name the amount.
What do you mean, Your Majesty, the Queen?
What amount?
For my name to vanish out of the water list, the Queen must not be mentioned.
But the king remunerates us is enough.
Yes, Your Majesty. We are contented with what we are given.
You have no option but to play your cards. Take this water and clean my name, gentlemen.
Our hands are tied. We have handed the investigation report to Honorable CJ Hyena. As where we are now, the matter is above us. Tumenawa mikono.
You have to carry your own cross.
Gentlemen, don't be too intelligent. You'll all vanish mysteriously.
We do not fear vanishing mysteriously, so long as our fellow animals do not suffer.
No amount can bear our conscience.
Take water, and all you have a good ending. I promise you all live to see tomorrow.
No, we have to deliver justice.
Then we shall see.
My husband, this is getting complicated. It's getting scary.
Your Majesty, the Queen, from the report tabled by Major General Cheche and Professor Tiger, things are scary.
And how scary are they?
Scary. Digging deep becomes stinking.
You are a scavenger. Eat the carcass. It is your responsibility. I have to remain an angel in this jungle. Say it's not me. Say it's elephant.
You're being mentioned everywhere.
My wife. Every animal loves me. That is why my name is easy to be mentioned by anyone. I am a darling of everyone.
Habi, stop being blinded. Rumors are spreading like fire that you have drained the dam and you hide water on your trunk for personal benefit, hence creating the water problem in the jungle. That is a corruption of the highest order.
You worry too much, my wife. Mimi ni mweupe kama pamba.
Wewe ni mlafi kama mamba.
Wewe ni mweupe kama pamba, Your Majesty, the Queen.
Mweupe kama pamba? For the years we have lived together, I know you in and out. Your stinking skeleton is going to whiff. What a dishonor will it be all over the social media, TV stations, radio stations, and newspapers. The Minister of Lands, Honorable Elephant, behind bars for corruption charges.
You will be rewarded generously. To the hidden dam I take you. I quench your thirst with water.
It is our time to eat.
Together we are yoked in peace.
This remains a secret to our graves.
Good. For our friendship and loyalty, I beg to take my leave.
Honorable Hyena,
Yes, Mheshimiwa Elephant,
what does this report entail?
you have been found.
I know all directions are leading to me. Those morons, Cheetah and Tiger, I knew they would one day betray us. It is our time to eat.
You are absolutely right, Bwana Elephant.
So what kind of mathematics are you going to use?
Suppose I mention you.
Suppose I reward you? Say it is not me. Say it is Lioness. The case will end and it will be a good day doing business with you.
Are you serious? How do I mention King's wife? All hell will be let loose.
The king won't arrest his queen. But if it is me, I'm not ready kuwekwa ndani. That is why I have paid you handsomely. I go in, we go in together. Remember that. You have had a piece of the cake.
Animals power!
Power!
Animals power!
Power!
Animals power!
Power!
My fellow animals I see tomorrow.
Yes, we can't wait anymore.
We are dying.
Watatunyanyasa for how long?
It's hard out here.
Giraffe, what do you see?
If we do not take the law in our own hands, we shall suffer forever.
Yes, tuanzishe maandamano.
They will kill us with bullets.
Why kill us with bullets?
We are not militia, but peaceful demonstrators demanding for our rights. I might be misplaced from the dam by with my family. Corruption is deadly rooted in that dam.
If we fear, we shall never solve our problems. The jungle has dried out. No water, no food. A common mnyama is suffering. If we do not take action in our hands, we remain slaves.
Exactly, Giraffe. The king has not honored his promise.
I get your points. The commission of inquiry is sleeping on the job.
They need to be awakened. Wanyama tusilale.
Lale, lale, wanyama tusilale. Bado mapambano, mapambano, mapambano. Bado mapambano.
Indeed, we have suffered. No water. Something has to be done.
Exactly. We have to take action right away.
That is the spirit. Solidarity forever.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong.
Aluta continua. I have a plan.
Wise one, tell us.
We are going back to the king.
Why?
We have to be part of the solution to our problems. We are the ones who know our problems. We pay tax. That is where Crocodile comes in.
How?
You live in that dam.
Mm-hmm. Yes, wise one.
You might know who steals water in the dam. Antelope. You will have to talk to Crocodile.
Anikule, simupendi huyo msee, ana madharau.
Antelope, don't judge a book by its cover. My deal may be long and sharp, but I am a gentle person. Very straightforward. Hali ya maumbile tu.
We go and demand an audience with the king.
In the scene is Honorable Elephant, Cheetah, King Lioness, and Tiger. They enter. The animals are chanting.
We want to see the king.
We want to see the king. We want to see the king.
King, enough is enough.
We are tired.
We can't wait anymore.
No solution from the commission.
For how long should we be waiting?
Yes, we are suffering.
Don't you have any conscience? Akiwoye, turumie.
Calm down, our fellow Anyama.
Animals, thank you for being patient. The commission is ready, and today we are going to name the corruption cartels who have made us suffer.
Wazejela.
Where is the Chief Justice?
He's missing.
Missing?
Cheetah and Tiger gave us the report. You are the ones doing the investigations.
Your Majesty the King. The report was handed over to our Chief Justice, Hyena.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty the King.
Let judiciary do its duty. It is an independent institution.
Protocol to be observed. He is in the right position legally to read the report.
Atafutwe mara moja. Go and find him. We can't keep our fellow beloved animals waiting. This is a serious matter, and it needs to be addressed with urgency.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Commission ya wakora.
Your Majesty the King, there is something fishy with this commission.
What do you want us to do?
We want to be a part of the solution in our problem.
We are the most affected.
What is the solution? I encourage public participation. United shall never be conquered.
We have a plan.
Wise one, give the plan.
They chat with Lion and come to an agreement.
My fellow animals, the king has accepted our proposal, which will solve our problem forever.
Power belongs to the animals. We have to be accountable to you. You have such a brilliant idea and we hope it works. I'm in for it. Crocodile, I have appointed you as the animals have suggested. Be vigilant to our plan na ufagie wote. You go home, for freedom is coming tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that day that we will have a jungle free from corruption.
Today, we are going to drain the whole dam. We have made sure no traces.
Rest in peace, hyena.
It is our turn now to eat.
In fact, we are eating without obstruction.
Forever business partners.
They move to dam for looting Mr. Crocodile with his antics. They think he's not alive.
Is that not Mr. Crocodile?
Crocodile. Crocodile! This animal is not alive.
Thank you, Jesus. Our cover could have been blown.
Let us carry him out of the water so that we can continue with our business.
Carrying the pretending crocodile, they start to drain the dam. Crocodile attacks them. Lioness escapes narrowly. The struggles pulls elephant deep into the water as he drowns.
It is well, it is well with my soul, with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul.
It's so unfortunate that one of my ministers has been found with corruption. Nature has taken its course.
May his soul rest in peace.
And for that case, we close the chapter of corruption.
But not yet. There were two. One of them narrowly escaped from my jaws.
If that is the case, King, then every animal should be searched.
That won't be necessary, especially at this moment. Miss Elephant has lost her husband, and our CJ is missing.
Why postpone while all the animals living in the jungle are here?
We are very sorry to tell you we found Hyena demised in his home.
And in that case, Mr. Crocodile, I conclude he might be the one who escaped in your jaws.
Enyewe.
Huyo hyena anakuanga fisi.
It's like he was poisoned.
May his soul rest in peace.
King, we are ready to do the search.
Aye, but we had agreed as a commission to do the search from the information given to us with Mr. Crocodile.
Mr. Crocodile, I command you to do the search.
I'll help him.
The search begins.
We have found no one.
But only the king and the queen are remaining.
How dare you suspect your king and queen?
Mr. Crocodile, you are free.
Search is done to Lion.
Animals, there is no need for the search. Sorry for taking you through a lot in this jungle. I have been looting jungle water for my personal gain. Greed has indeed costed me. I am ready to face the law. My husband, sorry for tarnishing your name. From today, you will have your water.
Nothing much to be done. Animals, finally we have justice. I promise from today, this jungle is going to change and our agenda will be mapped. Mr. Crocodile, we award you for your effort with fellow animals working with us to end corruption. This is a corruption-free jungle. Maendeleo hadi mashinani. Also, let it be a lesson to animals with such characters. We will deal with you legally.
Animals celebrate as the jungle changes to green, sufficient water, as they give back to the king. The play ends with a win-win situation. Regality of Spades Flinted by author Isaac O. Anyolo. Thank you.
Okay. I would like, thank you for your engagement throughout the reading. I'd like to recognize the readers of the play. We will start from this end.
Well, hello everyone.
Hi.
My name is Liam Kimathi. I was reading Mr. Giraffe and the Eagle.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
My name is Stephanie Morugi and I was reading The Zebra and the Monkey.
Hi everyone. My name is Quincy Doc, and I was reading Toad and Cheetah.
Hi everyone. My name is Masika Jojo, and I was reading Mrs. Giraffe and Mrs. Elephant.
Hi everyone. I'm Hortensia Rimo and I was reading The Lioness.
Hello. My name is Mr. Elephant, but people call me Wesley Odima.
Hi everyone. My name is Elvis Muhi, and I was reading Professor Tiger and Toad 2.
Hi everyone. Hello. My name is Elvis Njoroge. I was reading Buffalo, Mr. Hyena, and I did the stage directives. Cheers.
Hello everyone. Hi. Frederick Wito here. I was reading The Lion.
Hi everyone. Betty Akini. I was reading The Antelope and Leopard.
And I was Crocodile and the Parrot. I was saying, caca. That's me. Also, I'd like to recognize Hadassah, who was our director, stage manager, and producer, yes. We also have James. I forgot your other name. He was doing, he's mainstreaming this whole thing, the cameras. We also have Dikayo, our cameraman. And I'm sorry, there's also, I don't know. I feel ashamed. Dave on the camera, thank you. Also, I'd like to invite the writer of this piece. His name is Anyolo Isaac. Yes. You're welcome.
Hello everyone. I'm author Isaac Anyolo, the author of a book called Son of the Soil, and an anthology of short stories that you'll come across. It's called Bleeding Society and Other Short Stories. I'm audible. Oh, okay. I'm author Isaac Anyolo, the author of the book called Son of the Soil, and anthology of short stories called Bleeding Society and Other Stories. And also there's another book that is coming. It's called If Depression Wins, Bury Me Tomorrow at Night. I'm the artistic director of the Kitale National Polytechnic. This piece was once done with the Polytechnic last year at the fest under the TVETs. And it was an inspiration from, there's one of the biggest scandals that ever happened here in Kenya, the Anglolism. And there was a very serious commission. There's a chairman who was called Bosire, very serious chairman, that commission. So when people were called in that commission, Mudavadi was called, everyone was called. Now, it remained one person who was supposed to be called, and that person was the president. So from there, nothing went on, because who could question the president during that era? And the president was Moi. So that is what inspired me to write this piece. Imagine a system whereby, and those who have read Facing Mount Kenya, there is that aspect whereby the late president used animals
to describe as a scenario of land whereby man was living in jungle. Then I think he had a house in the jungle. Then elephant came in. Raila anapenda kutumia kitu sana, anasemanga ngamia iliomba ingishe sijui kichwa, ingishe nini, then ikaingia yote, mwenye nyumba akafukuzwa. So wakati whenever he was complaining, the lion came and formed a commission of inquiry. That is what happens in our country. When there's a scandal, we call for a commission of inquiry. We form a commission of inquiry. But that commission of inquiry has never given us anything, isn't it? There are many commission of inquiry that have been formed. When someone senior in the government dies, they form a commission of inquiry. When anything happens, they form a commission of inquiry. There's even a time, the MP, John Carrier, there's a time they used ile ridiculous yao. They used to entertain wakati walikuwa KU, walikuwa na vile president sijui what, he forms a commission of inquiry, sijui nini, anahitaji commission of inquiry, sijui amenyang'anywa bibi, ana form commission of inquiry. Now that is how the story came. Thank you so much. I come from Kitale. That is, but my home is in Tongareni. Kwa Yesu wa Tongareni. And those who know the Archbishop, I'm the nephew of the Archbishop. This diocese. Alikata ile pesa.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, and it's so interesting how a piece iliandikwa for like that era of Moi now also relates to our time right now with our current president. Okay. So, I know there are a few artists. Actually, like most of us here are artists. So I'd like you to give your comments and views about the script, the characters here, the story. Yeah, just like honest review.
Just to mention, this script is going to be published. So your reviews are going to help in finalizing the piece for publication.
Yes. Thank you, Hadassah. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. Hi. My issue would be about the characters. And when we come to characters, we are talking about animals. And if you go to animals, we know that the tiger and the cheetah don't belong in the same terrain. That's one thing. So the choice of the animals needs to be looked at in terms of there is the big five, there is the water animals. So when you talk about the crocodile and when you talk about the drowning, where is the hippo? You get what I mean? The hippo is missing. You get what I mean? When you talk about the birds, and you see in the African tradition, we have animals which are known, which are sly. You know, like you could have the squirrel, you could have the hare, you know, that kind of thing. Those are the kind of animals that should be used in this kind of tale. Because one, they are known for their slyness or for their greediness or it's important. Because that's the only way that you are catching up with a generation that knows about those fables of not land grabbers and whatever, yeah, just that idea. And then, yeah, I think I've probably said it all. It's about the animal in terms of like get to know which animals are the best to portray this story. And okay, because it's about a dam also, and then who lives in a dam? You know what I mean? How can the ego be? You see, it's like, where does the ego come in when there is a problem of a dam? Where are the birds? You see, you should look at all the animals in terms of the ones who are on land, the ones who are on air, the ones who are, you know. Yeah, I'm happy that you did not involve a domestic animal because it's a wild whatever, but That's my take. Thank you very much.
Anybody else? Thank you.
Hi. What I would really want to put across, basically supporting that, but the trait of the animal should be like concrete in such a way that we know in African setup, hyena is always the greedy one. I didn't really get to see the greed bit of it because I thought it was just like putting sugar ukiwa kericho. Unacheki? Ilijitokezea later on. Unaona? But from onset, we have to understand that Mr. Hyena is the greedy one here. Unaona? Those are the things we have to really put, and it is an aspect of oral tradition. Yeah? So basically, it's the traits of these animals that we are having. Yeah, I think the one that was a little bit worked well was for the monkey. The kind of sarcasm bit of, yeah. But I think if we work on that in a very great way, this is a great story, an amazing story that almost everyone can relate to, and it can be brought down to kids. Yeah? Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Somebody else, please. At least one more person. Mtu mwingine mmoja, kindly. 3. Kuna mtu anaangaliwa hapa. Wait, hapa kuna script writer Michael Mwangi. You must have something to say. Oh. But tumesikia part of it. Even like performance based, like what you've seen. Okay. Alakok no. Yeah, akona views.
So I think in my perspective or listening to it, because it's a reading, sometimes also amplified. I can listen from outside and also inside out. So I look at the composition. I think the composition of the story and Dam and wild animals. And then I look at what they teach us in real life, and also in the reading, also what is that composition in terms of your role, in terms of a character that you're taking, reading, because you're trying to embody it. So I look at it and say, yeah, where is the might and where is the kejeli in some of the animals, or what in African perspectives? How do we know sungura mjanja, fisi mtaka yote? Then you put like elephant to be most corrupt, or ameficha maji kwa trunk. So najaribu kuimagine, oh, elephant. Ebu nijaribu kwenda kuinvestigate, nione huyu elephant ni wapi anakuwaga amekosea wase wengine. So nitajaribu tu kwenda sana kumtafuta huyu elephant, nione ama ni kwa sababu ni mkubwa, ama juu yeye anakunywa maji mingi. So is it that he's corrupt, or is it because he's massive? Juu kama ni nyoni itakunywa drop 3. Elephant inakunywa lita ngapi? So nita Google nione elephant ukunywa lita ngapi ya maji, ndio nione kama the tiny animal analalamika akisema msee wewe ndio unakunywa maji mingi, so unafaa kukunywa 50 ml ndio tutoshane. But also bibi ya simba akikuwa portrayed pale kama also amekuwa implicated. Bibi ya simba kazi yake ni gani, tabia yake? Kwa sababu kuna fisi, unajua fisi inakukulaga ukiwa hai. That's itaenda kufana na wase fulani kwa society. Fisi itakuuma. Naona kwa animals, fisi inatakaga kuanza kukula kitu from behind. So inauma, ikitoa part, inakaa hapo inakula, na inajua hapo mahali imekuuma huwezi simama. So utabaki unalia alafu inakuja kwa tumbo. Inachukua, inakulia tu hapo ukilia. So haikunyongi kama simba na haikunyongi kama chui. Unajua zile kwanza zina dignity fulani, zinakuua kwanza unakufa, alafu zina celebrate food fiti. But haina kuna hiyo. So there's that angle of looking at that story, especially when the author says about the scandals. Then I look at the scandals because it has been used over and over in this word, it's our time to eat. You know, the beginning of the show, it's our time to eat, sisi ndio tuko. But also, it's to help us reflect. So, it's basically to know which animal to use in time to eat. Ama haina tu ye ukula tu. Elephant inakulaga nini? Ni nini itakula? Ilikula nyama, ama ilikunywa maji mob, but it's norm. So, kitandawili hapo, ndio nitaangalia. Thank you, and that's to mwandishi, not to you. Your part was okay.
Great. Thank you. My name is Suki Wanza. As my colleagues were talking, something just came to mind, and just picking up from where from where the writer's inspiration has come from, and mentioning the period of time. And just going back to the period of time that this script was, where his motivation was coming from. And, it's a political story with the Anglo-leasing and everything. And it just hit me that for many of our communities, I know we describe, and especially if anyone was around the Moi era, I know I'm talking to myself, tururu moments for everyone. Anyone who was around the Moi era, where we would not even be found daring to speak his name. Who? M1? Like, please, you could not even say Moi. What? You might come and get arrested in your own house. And so, for many of us and for many of our communities, we ended up giving politicians names. And most of them would be described as animals, buffalo, elephant, whatever. So I don't know if that is probably where the author was coming from in terms of wanting to describe several people in that story, but going by the names that they used to be described with. So you see, for that period of time, it might actually make sense. Right now, it might not, because either, half of those people are dead, or, that is not how the current generation describes the people. So for anyone who was in that generation, it might make sense. But probably because, we are hoping and we are praying that it is a story that transcends time, he might need to refocus and just see, okay, fine, this person was described as this person. But is there a way that he can change the animal or whatever to go by the various characteristics that all my colleagues have mentioned? Because then it will make sense. I will not be able to sit and think, what do you mean elephant, was drowned, and it's a big thing and whatever. Probably the particular politician at that time was called an elephant. And so, yes, and for him to actually have gone down, it probably happened that way. But you see, for now, it won't make sense. How many people remember that particular politician or that he was called by that name? So he might need just to restructure it again and probably give the various characters the animals that correspond to their characteristics. Then it will probably then resonate well with the populations that we have. I mean, the generation that we have and the generations to come. Thank you.
Sam Alcon has something to say.
Hello, my name is Sam. I didn't think this point was important, but as the others were mentioning, I thought it was important. I think the other question would be what's the target audience age for this play? Or, like, I need it in order to make my point. What's the target audience? Target age? Let's watch. I came in really late. That's why I didn't think the point was important, because I thought maybe I missed it out on the first parts of the play. But I think something more can be done about the language to make it. I think it's a children's play. It's targeted to children, only that probably the subjects are things that adults can relate to more.
Yeah.
But then the language looks really adult. I think the language can be simplified in a way that looks like it's animals talking. And also the other thing, let me discredit the statement before I say it, because I didn't see the entire part, but it's either the actors were reading on the same tone, or the animals have the same tone of language. So you can work on that such that the lion has the voice of a lion, like softness of speech and firmness of speech in the way that it is written. I also see for animals, I think for that you can work on wanaongea sana ama wanaongea kidogo, and when they ongea, is it something important, so that not every other animal is speaking every other time. A giraffe is saying the same thing an elephant would say, a hyena is saying the same thing an hyena would say. So I think the language, the choice of language for the target group to be made more simpler, in the assumption that it's meant for children, for whatever specific age. Also, the reason for simplifying the language, I was privileged a while back to work in a publishing company. And I think children are more interested to read, even adults are more interested to read when they don't feel like it's a preaching, when they feel like they're just having fun, and then mwalimu labda ndo amekuja klasa akamwambia, aya, do you know we are talking about the government? Go like, no, but the elephant is just fun. Oh. So I think also the simplicity of it such that there's a child that will just read it na iache na maana, ilikuwa into maana ya nje, such that the maana ya nje can just be as satisfactory as possible. So simplify the language, first to make it fun for the children, second to make it interesting, and then the final one is make every animal's voice distinct. Yeah.
And another thing ni setting. If you realize ni wild animals we're talking about, and then tuko na dam, does it really make sense? Okay. In this way, come on, ni domestic animals. Okay. It's okay. And in as much as si ati, let's assume, si ati ni animals wenye wamekuwa wamefungiwa in such a way. Unaona, wako free and wana rely kutumia kama Mara River, unaona, something like that. Tunajaribu kuimake ikwe more natural. Oh, okay, it's my weird way of thinking. Yeah. So, for instance, I believe kuna wase wamenipata already. Yeah, so I think mi kwangu at a personal level na feel river ama lake ita make more sense. Kwangu ni river. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Najua, like yesterday at the age group, as I was reading it today with them with them, like I could see Lion King in my head, like an animation movie, but that's like you and Mimi. Also,
just a comment. He's talking about dams. We have a beaver that makes dams. But you can put it in that context.
Thank you. Also, the cast can also contribute. Muturi is a very good friend of mine. Kona, comment? Yeah.
Yes, good evening. So in regards to what my friend hapa amesema kuhusu story ya dam, I kind of agree with him. Like, yes, we do know beavers do make dams, and they're animals. But number one, miss kusikia beaver kwa script, so there's that. And let's be honest, miss sijaisikia beaver Kenya. Kaa iko mnaweza ni show. And and kavanye someone said here kuhusu story ya, if you're going to approach the story with an African perspective, keep it African, So while yes, it is possible that animals do make dams of their own, I think with the execution and the way the story went, hadi mimi nilikuwa nafikiria ni dam yenye humans wanatengeneza at first compared na the dam, yeah. Naona, so yeah.
Thank you. Okay, I'll have also another comment is in Lenyaji. It's brief in a very good way. Like we enjoyed it, and plus we have this session for feedback and comments. And just a question before we wrap up: your favorite characters and what you think could be developed about the characters. Yes, Maggie.
Thank you. The giraffe. And also I loved how when you look at each character, you're relating. For instance, when you say you're a parrot, I'll look at you like a parrot and you'll deliver. The giraffe, the queen, and all that. But my favorite was the voice. The one who played the giraffe was amazing. So yeah.
Okay. Anyone else? That's it? Okay. Thank you so much for your comments and feedback. Okas, Mkona, any opinion about what you just read? Yes.
Oh yeah, I feel like there's been like too much of critics in your play, but I'll just give you something positive. I'm young and I'm inspired by your style of writing, partly. But what I find the most interesting part in your piece is the titles, the choice of titles. And you did deliver on the title. Because, I mean, this title, Regality of Spades Flinted, when you read it like, and then uelewi kitu, but You took your time, and the title did a part for me, and it inspired me because of its complexity. Yet it's very simple to understand the title. So yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Uh-huh.
Despite the advice given for improvement, I think the symbolism was really well done. And one of my favorite lines is, here, take this water and clean my name. Because now the water is currency, and we are again cleaning Lioness's name. So lines like that just made me enjoy the whole work. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes. Your name also.
My name is Elvis. My comment is just about the scripting, more so about the characters. I feel like some characters have been overdeveloped unnecessarily, and some characters have been underdeveloped. In what sense? There is a character like Professor Tiger. Such a character aids to bring the solution into the plot, yet his character kejajengwa sana, and there are some characters who have been given more script time, and they are just repeating the same things that other characters are saying. So I feel maybe if you're going to make changes, that's if at least you try to build some of these characters who are building the plot and reduce some of these characters who are just repeating things that other characters are saying. Yeah.
Anyone else?
Yes.
Yes, Liam.
Well, hello everyone.
Hi.
Is this working? Okay. While I do find art very subjective, and everyone has their own opinion to something. But one thing I get to appreciate the writer for is getting to do something that is so realistic and get to resonate with majority of the audience. When we get to look at our life social context, we get to see that we do have people in power, yet they do not get to use their power. I feel like the writer, I've heard a lot of speakers talking about the idea of animals emulating the characters of the animals, but I try to look at it from another angle of juxtaposition. We expected this of a lion, but she's doing this. It's sort of an irony, and I found it a style of writing that would have been a plus if we got to look at it from that side. But I really love the satirical element and the realistic aspect of this play. Yeah, that is all I have from my side.
Thank you so much, Liam.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Frederick Mito, yeah, I liked the writer's choice of words. Yeah, they are kind of catchy, and they have the hooks, you see. Like nikipata word moja yenye ni catchy ama amecheza na words zenye ni catchy, I would tend to get to concentrate nikitafuta ingine, unapata? Kama kuna moja hiyo ya huyu hyena ni fisi sana. Mi hiyo ilinikuta, you get? Huyu hyena ni fisi. It's a double entendre. No. And then to the writer, I think when the play was going towards the end, there were a lot of things they are not defined. Like you can try, and I don't know whether you are in a rush because of maybe countdown you submit or anything. But really feel there were a lot of mishmash when the play is going towards the end. So you can definitely work on that. And another thing is, I think we need to understand that this was a fable in the sense that animals are being given human characters and actions. Like, it's not normal for a lion to speak. But in this sense, the lion can speak. If we can accept that fact, why is it so hard that we can't accept the fact that a lion can dig a dam?
Yes.
Right? So we need to think in that line. And then, yeah, I think that's all I have. Another thing is, I think some of the characters and a number of characters here were so satirical, in the sense that you might think that some of us here were not bringing out the character correctly, but unaangalia lines na unaangalia your character part, una realize. Yeah, so I must go in line with what I'm getting from the script, not what you understand the animal to be like. Like we were taking these characters as normal human beings. There is a way in which mimi niko huyu ako huyu ako huyu ako. There is no line yenye human beings wanakuanga hivi. So we need to understand the fact that si lions zote zinakuanga hivi. Si elephants zote zinakuanga hivi, right? Kuna elephant timid, kuna ile courageous, kuna lion authoritative, kuna ile imetulia. Cause huyu jamaa kwa power but ni bibi yake ana nini? Ako short. Kama ile time ya Obako na Lucy. If you know, you know.
Kindly allow me to second Liam's point. I think this arrangement of characters can be considered a style because it allows you to think. When you unajua elephant, he's relaxed, he's slow, and then he's here trying to steal water. It makes you look at our leaders and think that maybe they are capable of doing these things that we assume they are not capable of doing. So if you think of it that way, it's actually a pretty good style.
Okay. Anyone else? Nisipungie mtu. Yeah?
We got one.
Yes.
What I really loved about the scripting is the style of, you see, most of the stories that we read, we are used to spotting a particular protagonist and a particular antagonist. And if I ask most of you here, I'm sure 90% of you don't know who was the main protagonist and who was the main antagonist, in the sense that tumesoma. And if you look the way he has written, ukisoma huku mwisho, you'll come to realize that it's either two ways. There's a person who is both the protagonist and the antagonist, or the protagonist is a certain people and the antagonist is a certain people. In what sense? This story ukiyata relate na vitu zina happen sai kwa country. It's not a singular person who is inflincing the pain to the people. It's not a single it's a group of people who we can't mention for obvious reasons. And also the people who are being inflinced by the pain.
Hey, relax.
Iko live stream, unajua. Niko na nyumbani naenda. And also the people who are receiving the pain also is not a single person. It's a group of people coming from different places, but they are all receiving the same pain. So I really love that, the way your writer make your concept up, that you cannot identify a particular protagonist, but you can identify this group as the protagonist and this group as the antagonist. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Anybody else? Okay, I'll go with the ladies first. Thank you.
Oh, actually, I forgot to say, the whole time when I was listening to the play, I was thinking of Parliament of Walls. See, most of us have read it, yeah. But okay, the themes, conflicts, they're different. But the whole time, my head was in Parliament of Walls. Like it was taking me back to Parliament of Walls. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I think the writer would have solved the whole problem by having all the animals come together and build a dam. That it starts with the animals building a dam for their own, then after that, the conflict about water can come later. Yeah. Does that solve it? Yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
Nsifungie ID. Okay, you two. Last.
Okay, sorry. I just wanted to give you a comment. It's not an attack, it's just a comment. I feel like the writer had a way with his style of writing. I feel like this is an experimental piece. It doesn't really follow any rules. So he kind of broke the linear, what we expect. The animals build a dam, and then we start with the exposition. But for me, he exposed the play in a mysterious way, rather. And then, okay, the ending part was kind of it. Yeah. kind of hungry for more, but the exposition was great, and my favorite part, the title. So what I would say is Godspeed to the writer, and thank you.
Yes, thank you. Chief, any views?
For me is when you're developing the characters more, show us how the queen's name is clean. Maybe show us she's like, oh, you're suffering because of water. I will donate some water to you people. Like show how her name is clean. And then now, so that when she's saying clean, my clean name, we know why she's saying that. Like show us the two faces that she's wearing the mask and when she's not wearing the mask.
Okay. I'm assuming I have no other questions. Yeah. Okay, Sarah. Thank you so much for your views. Thank you. Clap for yourselves. Yeah, we'll use that feedback to improve the script, and when it's published, we'll still invite you to come watch the reading or the play. We never know. Also, we will have more of these readings. We invite you to please come for them. Like you've seen, it's free. Just come and sit down and watch, and then give us your honest feedback. And I'd like to, yes, just thank you and wish you a safe journey back home.
Godspeed.
Thank you for coming. Asanteni sana kwa kuja.